Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. Um, as many of you know, I I went fishing in Florida, had some really good success. Came back home, started hitting my streams and rivers for trout, freshwater trout, that I have not fished in a very, very long time. And so I'm kind of rusty, and so I'm kind of like rediscovering my old stomping grounds. And the last three, four videos, I've struggled, been on the struggle bus. Many of you know. Um, so anyway, the other week I went to this fly fishing only, catcher and release only trout stream. It's very popular. It's called the Davison River, and it always makes Trout Unlimited's top 100 trout streams in the United States list. And so it gets pounded, and I mean pounded hard, and these fish are tough. Back when I used to fish it, it got pounded pretty good, but nowhere near what it gets now. So the fish are really, really hard to catch. And so I went up there the other week, and the water was a little bit high. It wasn't high and dingy, it was just high. And it was hard to wade for me. I'm 53, and I weigh about 30, 35 pounds heavier back when I used to fish it. It makes a difference. It really makes a difference. So anyway, I struggled at first, and then late afternoon, I hit a decent hatch, a light Cahill hatch, and the fish, they turned on. They didn't turn on super. It wasn't like game busters. You had to have a perfect drift. You had to have the right fly. But if you had that, you could catch some fish. And the fish were weird. And I think I mentioned it in the video where it's like 1 minute they're all busting on top right in front of you. And then they just it's like they just stop. And they stop for 5 minutes. And there's the odd fish breaking the water, eating a bug. But the rest of them are like they're chewing. They're chewing their cud. and, and then at any minute they'll just all of a sudden explode. So it was a lot of fun. So anyway, my slump, this massive slump, um, and I broke it. I broke it, and I caught some fish. Nothing huge, no, not massive numbers, but I caught some fish. I attributed that to one thing. Several years ago, there's a good buddy of mine. We bass fished together, smallmouth, largemouth, and he had private access to the South Holston River, which, like I've said before, I usually don't give out river names, locations, but everybody knows about the South Holston. And he knew this lady, and he let him access so that he could get in there. And so he took me one time, and there was a sulfur hatch. I think it's about size 16, size 14. And I knew the fly had to be right. It had to be right. These fish get pounded even worse than the Davison River. So anyway, I came up with an idea. I would do something kind of like a parachute pattern, but without the parachute hackle. It'd be a normal hackle, tied light, but trimmed on the bottom. This is what I came up with. This is basically, I hope you guys can see that. And the thing about it is, you notice since I trimmed the hackle, it sits flush on the water, just like a real mayfly does. Exactly like a real mayfly does. And the hackle is actually a little bit too small for the hook size. If you're going to tie a standard dry fly, that hackle is too short for the standard. But it's more realistic when it's sitting on the water. Now, it doesn't float as good in really fast water, but it's more accurate. And so I had some good success on the South Holston. And so I knew let's go back. Southern Appalachian, the hatches, winter, grays, dark, slate grays, dark colored flies. As you get into the end of April or even the middle of April, they start lightening up a little bit. And then we're going to have, come June-ish, we're going to start having sulfurs, pale morning duns, Yellowstone flies, very, very yellowish. So it goes from gray to yellow, all right? And so I had luckily tied some of these up. And that's what I caught 90+% of my fish on this trip. And it was because the fly was just more accurate. It sat on the water more accurately. And I had a good time. At the end of this video, you're gonna see where it's kind of sort of an outtake where I accidentally left my camera on while I was getting out of the river, going back to the car, right before I went to the place on the same river where I caught that hatch. But anyway, hope you enjoy this. No massive fish were caught. No massive quantity was caught, but it was solid. It was a solid afternoon. And this time of year, that's what you're going to expect. You're going to catch a hatch early in the morning or late in the afternoon. And of course, the warmer it gets, the later it gets. Hopefully I can do a video during a green drake hatch and you'll see how late that gets. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Glad to have you along. Hope you guys enjoy this. Please comment, let me know your thoughts, and see you on the river.
He's small, but I'll take him today. Woo. Oh goodness. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nice little rainbow. Every now and then it works. Yeah, he wasn't big. But I'll take it. Okay, a little bit earlier I saw 3 yellow stoneflies, and so I tied one on. We'll see if that makes any difference at all. Man. Well, guess I'm still in my rut. Sure looks like it. This is one of my favorite spots in the winter, like in February. This This river has a pretty good, decent, about size 18 blue wing olive hatch. And there'll be 10 fish or more in this pool just sipping those blue wing olives. But you have to have a perfect drift, very light tippet, and that pattern has got to be dead spot on. It took me one time an entire month to get to where I could catch them. They'd be rising all around me, and you know, standard parachute wouldn't work. You catch the odd fish, but it wasn't what they wanted. And it was really hard to do. But it took, I watched fish in that hatch. A lot of times you're in really flat, slow water, and I've watched fish come up and refuse a natural, a natural fly. Come up, look it over, get within an inch of it, follow it down the river for about 2 feet, and then, nope, turn away. Okay, I think we're seeing the beginnings of a hatch. I started seeing these same bugs more often and more often flying around on the water, and some fish have started rising. And if I could cast, I could put it where he is. Yep, one just rose there. Dang it. There we go, there we go. A little fish rising right up here. Man, that wind is killing me today. They're a light, it's a light Cahill. It's somewhere between a 16 and a size 14. There, oh no! Yeah, this may crank up. That's more like it. He's fighting pretty good. It's probably gonna be, of the 2 fish I've caught so far today, this is about the biggest. If I can get my net. Where is he at? Where is he at? Nice little brown. Nice little brown. Yeah, I think this is the biggest one I've caught today. Matter of fact, the fly came out of his mouth. So, that fly out of the way. Anyway. Ah, there you go. There you go, buddy. Ah, about lost him. There he goes. 12 inches maybe. Yeah, I see flies on the water buzzing. I don't know if y'all can see them. Luckily, they're light colored. Trying to get my net situated. Yeah, there's a hatch going on, guys. This could get good. This could get very good. There he is. My fly is almost identical in size and color. There he goes right there. Yeah, that wasn't a bad fish. There's another one rising up there. Man, they're turning on. Here we go. Another little brown trout. Oh. Just chill, just chill. I'm gonna let you go. Ow. All right. Look at the colors on that brown trout. Man, oh man, that is beautiful. That was beautiful. I have broken the dink curse. These aren't big, but they're about average. I was just about to leave, and I just happened to see these bugs flying around, and I'm like, those are mayflies, those are like Cahills, and I'm like, and I started seeing another one. I was walking up the river to go back to the car, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go by that pool that on this section I started at, see what's up. And sure enough, I started seeing a few rises. There's one way up there. Ooh. I don't think there's as many fish in here as there used to be. Yeah, that one pool up there where you could see real good, I used to see a lot of fish in there, and I didn't see any. I mean, I saw a few, but nothing compared to what I expect. Look, you can see the flies everywhere. Got ourselves a little rainbow this time. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. Oh man, he took it deep. Whoa! Yep, slipped away. Oh well. Slipped out of my hands. Come on, fish. Now I'm not seeing. I guess I caught all the ones that were rising. No, I didn't. I've obviously got the fly they want. I don't think there's as many fish as there used to be in this pool. There's quite a few bugs. A lot of bugs. Boy, it's like it came to a stop. But there's plenty of bugs out. Look, I mean, a bunch of bugs out there. But the fish have flat quit rising. Man. I'm gonna go to another pool. They just quit. Right as I was about to leave this pool, another one rose right over there. Oh, no? I think it boiled under it. Not exactly sure. Oh, there he goes. Took one right where my fly was landed. He went just a little bit over from it. It's almost like they eat one and then they have to chew on it for quite a while before they're ready for the next. More over there. Yeah. Oh, come on, wind. I'm gonna go find a different pool. There's one rose back there. One rose right here at my feet. Oh wow, I can't reach that over there. Oh man, they are going bananas back there. And I don't want to cross the river to get to them. Yeah, they're going bonkers over there. I'm gonna have to cross the river to get those fish. They're going nuts back there. I mean, they're going flat out nuts. Now I got about 30. Well, I changed my mind about going over that other area. It's getting dark, and I just remembered I don't have a flashlight on me. And I don't want to cross the river in the dark. I was 25, I wouldn't think twice about it. There we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, I make strange noises when I'm fighting fish. What do we got here? Another little brown. A lot of browns in this pool. A lot of them. There you go. Thank you, sir. They picked up back up over here for some strange reason, which is good. Oh man, thought I'd splash your eyes. Man, there's flies everywhere. Come on, dude. I know you're there. Oh, 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 I missed him. I don't think he took it fully. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Wow. What in the world's going on? They're like all of a sudden getting real picky. When they've been taking it, when they took it, they take it solid. That's more like it. That's more like it. Oh, this is a better fish. This will be the fish of the day. A little bit bigger fish. Woo! Obviously it's a rainbow. I have seen browns jump though. I have. But usually no. Yeah, this is a 13, maybe even 14 inch. Okay, let's get the net. Oh, he's gone. And you know what? He took my fly. Man, I should have got the net out earlier. Oh well. Hopefully I got to see him a little bit. This is a pretty fish. Good size. I didn't have exactly the one I lost, the same fly, but I think this, what I got on here, will work. It's a little bit darker than the naturals, but I don't think in the darkness it's gonna matter. We're gonna find out. Maybe it does matter. Most of the strikes have been like up here. I'm beginning to think these fish are like in waves. They'll eat for a few minutes and then they quit. And then they go back and start eating again after a few minutes. Come on. I am not going to be able to change flies. These old eyes, no. Not with that flashlight. Come on, get stupid. One right in front of me. See, like, just all of a sudden it stops. And then they'll continue, they'll start again in a minute. Now I'm getting, I think I'm about ready to head back to the car. Did a lot of fishing today. Caught all of them in what, 30 minutes? There's probably a hatch this morning, or at least a spinner fall. And I got here late, as per my usual these days. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to pack it in. I'm not seeing as many flies. It's like, yeah, the hatch is less than it was. There goes one right there. I'm gonna have to pack it in. I got an hour and a half to drive right in front of me. Hold on a second. I got to fix that. That was almost like a challenge to a duel. I hate this. I gotta leave. There's still fish rising. Anyway, that's it. Hello. Never gets old, does it? Beautiful. I think that's it.